Hello friends! Thanks for tuning in to a special Friday edition of my little weekly live that I do, Conversations with Carrie. I'm in a very special place. This is one of my favorite places to come and reground, and it's a beautiful store here too. It's called Misty Meadows. We're in Lee, New Hampshire, and I have the owner here. This is Wendy Snow Fogg. Hi.
Good morning.
Yeah, come on a little closer if you would. That way we can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
So Wendy, you are a master herbalist.
Oh, you know what?
So much more than that, right?
It's just that the word master anything makes me really uncomfortable.
Why is that?
Because in order to be a master, it seems like you need to know everything there is to know about a topic. And I don't think that's a possibility in this lifetime. So I think of myself as a perpetual student of the plants.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that it's a great way to look at life, because the possibilities are always there. There's always more to learn. There's always more. And I talk about that a lot with the CBD. I talk all day long about it, and every single day I learn something new. And so it's such a beautiful guide in our lives as a plant to help us bodily, but also to teach us a lot more about ourselves. That's a lot about what CBD does for us, and there's a lot of plants that are the same way. So can you tell me a little bit about Misty Meadows and how long you've been here?
Sure. Misty Meadows opened November 18th, 1989. So we'll be 32 years young.
Oh, that's wonderful.
In the fall. And when it first started, I was really just such a baby herbalist and just barely learning myself. And there were no teachers back then. And so I was pretty much self-taught along the way, directly from the plants. And when they first started speaking to me, I really thought that I had lost my mind, or I must be really sick and was going to die. And I realized not too long afterward that no, I wasn't sick. I had just turned a corner toward wellness.
Yes.
And they helped me find my way to health and to wholeness. And so I just found myself in a position where people just started coming and asking me questions, wanting to talk. And then people came and wanted to study. And so Spirit has very lovingly and sometimes not so gently guided me and pushed me along this path to the place where we are now. And we are now also not just a place that you can come and learn how to make herb tea, but we are a licensed private post-secondary career school.
That's amazing.
Licensed by the New Hampshire Department of Education.
Oh, that's amazing. And that was a lot of work.
Oh my God, it was so much work. Yeah, and it was not my choice. They came after me. And but Spirit moves in our lives in the ways that we ask for. And so we need to be really mindful
of what we're actually asking for. Yes.
But sometimes, the questions have been asked long before we actually made our way through the veil to the side. And the contracts, the contracts have already been made, and then we just have to figure out how to get there.
Right. We follow the path that's been put before us that way, right?
Right, yeah.
Yes, that's wonderful. So you do all sorts of classes here.
We do.
So you're a post-secondary school. It's very official. So how about somebody like me that wanted to take one or two classes?
Sure. Yeah, we do a couple different things. One of the favorites among folks is the summer Herbal Immersion week that happens in August, and it's like a 5-day crash course.
Oh, wonderful.
You come for 5 days in a row, Wednesday through Sunday, and you learn how to make all kinds of fun things. You learn some things about organic gardening, a little permaculture, the spirit pieces, the physical pieces, learn some little things about your body you might not have known. And the hope is that it's an inspiration for people to then continue to want to learn more.
Right.
And they have so much fun.
Feel out what you're being called to.
Right. So that's one thing that we do. And then through the winter months, when we're not quite so crazy busy, we offer small workshops that are usually a couple hours.
Wonderful.
And many times they're also available by Zoom if it's just lecture. But there's
Yeah.
lots of hands-on stuff too, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a lot of fun. Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the herbal shop and what you carry here.
Oh boy.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. We actually grow over 150 species of medicinal and culinary herbs, and which are really, you know, culinary herbs are always medicinal, and that's part of what we want to teach folks too.
And part of the reason why we crave certain flavors.
Right. And then in addition to that, we carry another, probably another 250 herbs and spices and things that either don't grow here or we can't grow enough. So then we also have herbal extracts, which some people may know as tinctures. And as herbalists, we have to use the word extract because tincture is a medical term that we're not allowed to use.
Interesting.
So we have tinctures and oils, infused oils and essential oils, and tonics and lotions and creams and salves and balms and all those kinds of things, many of which are made here, and then many of which are made by other local herbal artisans who we love to support.
Oh, yes.
So we have those kind of things. And then in addition, we have sort of all the sidelines. We have a do-it-yourself section, so you can come and buy all your glassware and, you know, bottles and jars and infused oils and things to make your own stuff. And then we have jewelry and candles and incense and books and stones, and then we have a whole room that we call the magic room.
The magic room is glorious, you guys. So many cool things in there.
So we serve a really broad clientele here, a general community, and then within that community we have people from all kinds of backgrounds, and we have a large portion of our community that are pagan and witches, and so the magic room is kind of special to them.
It's very special.
And a curiosity for a lot of other
the
folks
others,
too.
yeah.
And I always want to welcome folks who maybe are not of those persuasions, but who are curious but don't know how to look. We want you to know that you're safe here, to come and look and to ask questions and to learn. And we love you all, and we have no judgment about who you are, where you come from, or what color you are, or what your pronouns are. We love you no matter who you are.
Right,
And
because just like the plants, it's the diversity of us that make us beautiful.
So come in peace and be kind, and you'll always be welcome.
And there's
at
so
Misty
much,
Meadows.
always so much to learn here. It's really, really cool between the workshops. Just talking to Wendy herself, her amazing staff. They're all also
They're rock
studying.
stars.
Yeah, they
They're
really
they're
are.
awesome.
They make this place beautiful. They also are welcome, smiling faces when you come in, looking for something. You know, when it comes to, you know, if you walk into an herbal shop, it can be a little bit intimidating. So you walk in and there's all these jars and there's all these different things. That's the beauty of the staff here. That's the beauty of Wendy here, is that they will help you navigate that. So there's a lot of alternatives to things that you're doing, or things that you can take or use that will boost what you're already doing. So that Wendy and her staff can help you with that. So
one of my favorite things, let me interrupt you
Sure,
for a second.
please do.
One of my favorite things about our herb shop that you might not see in others. First of all, there is no other place, I have to say, like Misty Meadows. We've had teachers from all over the world come in, and they're always pretty awed by the whole thing. But what I wanted to say is that on our walls of herb jars, every jar has on it information about that herb and how it's used, and how you can use it to benefit your path to health. And then from that, you know, you can stand there and read jars all day long. We welcome that. And then you can ask us questions. And you know, there's a learning opportunity at every turn,
on every shelf. Yes.
So take advantage of that.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So it's really just a wonderful place to come and really explore all of those things. Talking before we went live, I had mentioned to Wendy that today is Suicide Prevention Day, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But I wanted to talk to Wendy about some different alternatives for things that you can help supplement what you're already doing, or just if you feel like you need help with maybe some depression, maybe some anxiety, things like that. And so I had asked Wendy about that, and I told her I was going to ask her on camera, and her answer was more extensive than I expected, and also wonderful, because it really points to that our entire being, our entire wellness is such a big part of how we're interacting with the world, how we're feeling on the inside. So I'd like to ask you again on camera, so if somebody were to want to get some help with some anxiety, some depression, some other things, challenges that they might be working on, and they come to you, what kind of things would you offer to them?
Well, first, I would have to say that anxiety and depression, while some people bunch them together, they can be very separate. And anxiety can be chronic, or it can be acute. And so it's important to know, are you anxious over something particular that has happened, or are you generally anxious in your life? And are you depressed just right now, or are you depressed all the time? And there's no magic bullet, and there's no single plant for anybody, because anything that we're feeling that's out of balance is a messenger from the soul that reminds us that we have a wound that needs to be healed. And we need to be very careful to not just keep slapping Band-Aids on the wounds, because they just go deeper. They just go deeper, and they'll find new ways to manifest that will be bigger and louder. So what I say to people is, this is not a simple answer to this question. What I have to offer you, yes, I have 400 plants, and many of them might be really helpful to you. But a plant that is perfect for one person is not perfect for another person. So there needs to be a personal relationship between you and your herbalist, and maybe that's me, maybe it's somebody else. But that herbalist also needs to have a working relationship with perhaps a couple of psychiatrists, some talk therapists, so that when we come to a place where I have some ideas on what might be helpful to you, that I can also give you that other piece of help, so that you don't feel alone. Because sometimes on the way to being able to just use plants, maybe you need some other help as well. And all modalities of healing should be complementary. There should be no separation.
That's so true.
Between any of us. We should all be working as a team for the benefit of the client.
Right.
So I say to everyone, as I welcome you, and maybe welcome you into my treatment room, would be to say to you, you know what? First and foremost, you have to remember that you're the captain of your ship. And there are 2 healers in this room, and only one of them can heal you, and it's not me. I can give you information. I can listen to your heart. And when I say listen to your heart, I don't mean with a stethoscope. I can listen to the stories of your heart, and I will listen for as long as it takes for you to tell me the whole story. And that will help me to understand a little bit better where your wounds might be, and what other practitioners might be really helpful to you, so that you don't feel that you're just being ignored or tossed around, that everything is intentional for you, and that you're being heard, and that you get what you need. So the plants are just waiting for us.
Oh, they sure are.
And even on that, if we sit together, I'm never going to let you leave without a plant helper. And it might just be something really simple. It might just be something that's adaptogenic, like ashwagandha or Tulsi basil, something that's just going to help your overworked adrenals to adapt to, and maybe not adapt is a good word, because somehow that feels submissive to me, but rather to help your adrenals work in the way that they were designed by Creator, to help you be able to cope with stress, and to process it in a healthy way, and to process it, not just to push it down. So I might just, send you off with a delicious tea with holy basil and ashwagandha and some apple mint, and until we can get a little bit deeper
And create a bigger plan.
right. And then of course it's always going to depend on what medications are you taking,
Yes.
because my first concern is always going to be your safety. We have to keep you safe.
And that's why working with an herbalist is important.
Yes. And you have to work with an herbalist who understands not only plants, but an herbalist who also understands pharmaceuticals and can help you to work safely,
Right.
using safe combinations sometimes of both. And an herbalist who can talk the Western medical speak with your doctors, and so that your team can work for you
Yeah.
in a cohesive way.
Right.
And we're finding more and more that physicians are willing to talk to us
Because
if they
see-
can find 2
Yeah.
minutes, because they're so
overextended.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's terrible. Yeah,
It's true.
So,
It's really true. And that's why it's nice to have other people that can help you navigate that system
Right.
while also looking at the other things that, that you can do to help what you're working on. So
Right.
that's really wonderful. Thank you so much for that answer, because I think it really needs to be heard. So what's coming up at Misty Meadows? What are we getting excited about?
oh
these
my
days?
gosh. Well, we're almost through the level 1 program this year. They're coming down the home stretch. And for me, my favorite is teaching beginners to just watch those lights come on and to watch them all of a sudden realize that, oh my God, I really am in charge. I'm in charge, and here are my helpers, and they're all just here waiting for me. And I'm learning not only about them, I'm learning from them.
Right.
So that's always exciting to me. And the level 2 students also are chugging along. And now we're planning all our fall programs and winter programs, which include those fun short-term workshops that we talked about.
Yeah.
We have a whole, a 14 class on the Witch's Path
Oh.
that some folks are really going to be interested in. So check it out at the website. And then some shorter term ones that are also offered in just little bits,
Right.
little increments.
Yeah.
And then through the winter we'll have classes on understanding and safe use of cannabis as a medicine and as a powerful spirit healer.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think I'm going to need to come for
Yeah,
that.
and
that sounds
that's
wonderful,
That's
doesn't it?
taught by our harvest manager, Jessica Daigle, who is just spectacular. And then we're going to have some astrology classes and just a whole bunch, like I said, the little short herbal classes. And I want to do some fun stuff, like come and have a little lady spa day
Ooh.
where you'll really learn about your skin and what it's about.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And make some fun stuff. And there's just new stuff being added all the time. We also we have a teacher who happens to be my daughter, Valerie Woodard, and she does a whole series of workshops for children. And so those will be getting posted soon as well. And there's always something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the website?
mistymeadows.org.
.org. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Make sure you do org.
All right.
Yeah, you don't want the other one.
Okay. Thank you so much for having us and for being a part of our retailers, our family of retailers. We if you look on the website, the places that you'll find our products are a lot of magic like this, and so I feel like we all find each other because, we're seeking those same things. We're seeking that same connection, not only with the cannabis plant like we do with our products, but also with all of the other amazing plants that are growing right around us, whether purposefully or popping up in our yard that we thought maybe was a weed in the first place. There's so much magic.
I want to say too, and to all of you out there, I searched for a long time for the right CBD company, because the plants are such a huge part of my life, and they are Misty Meadows. And I wanted to be working with women. I wanted to be working with women who were honoring the plants and honoring people's paths to healing, and and it took a long time. I didn't want a big company, and I wanted this.
Yes.
I wanted this. So I took a
Yes.
long time before I chose a company. And at Misty Meadows, clearly Balance Days is the only CBD that we carry.
And we're so honored to be here. That, you know, that matters a lot to us too. You know, we really want to make sure that we're always keeping that connection, that flow of, you know, relationship with our customers. You know, the people that are buying it through you as our customer, them as your customer, and making sure that we, you know, we're keeping that, we're honoring things as we're doing it, you know. So thank you for appreciating that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave you now and take you all for a walk around the little garden that's over here. And thank you so much for having us.
Can I hug you?
Yes, thank you. So definitely
you.
check out the website, you guys. Like, the place is magical. Wendy is magic. So
We're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 to 4.
That's important.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
All right, friends, I'm going to take you for a little walk here because you have to see this amazing place. So this is the store over here. This is the entrance here. And then there's all of these gardens. And I wish that you guys could smell the smell out here. It is just incredible. This is just one small little garden in the whole of the grounds here. There's actually a big path that goes out through the woods where there is a labyrinth, and it's just as magical as its proprietor. I can't stress enough how awesome this place is. And I did want to just grab your ear for a second. I mentioned already, but today is Suicide Prevention Day, and today was such a perfect day to come here and do this because for me, I feel like a big part of the broken hearts that we are all experiencing. I may make you cry, Jen, but a big part of our hearts being so broken on so many levels is a lack of connection to the earth around us, to each other. And it's so important. Hi, Jess. It's so important to reconnect and to get our bare feet onto the ground and to feel the earth beneath us and to look at the plants and realize that we have a relationship with them. And I think a lot of that can help us to start to feel more grounded. And it's a lot of a lack of feeling grounded and a lot of a lack of feeling disconnected that create the perfect storm where someone experiences the kind of despair that comes along with feeling like you don't want to be here anymore. Excuse me. So, I just want to encourage you all to get out and get into nature, get outside. I know some of you watching right now know that so very well. It's so important that we're connecting with the plants around us, with the ground around us, and really finding some space to go and have quiet moments and reconnect. I think that can help a lot. So with Suicide Prevention Month happening right now, there's lots of things going on. We have a t-shirt fundraiser that's going on right now for Alex Antics. It's for the Alex J. White Memorial Scholarship. That t-shirt fundraiser is only going until the 13th. So if you haven't grabbed a t-shirt yet, please make sure you do. We would love for you to get one of those. And also in doing so, you are supporting the Alex J. White Memorial Scholarship. We give 2 scholarships away every year. Alex Antics does for 2 students from Alex High School going into the mental health fields or the trades. So it's so important that we encourage people to become the caretakers and the caregivers that they can be. For those people that are called to help, because we need more helpers, we need more caregivers, we need more people who can, excuse me, now my eyes are just dripping. We need more people in the health field, especially people that are open to things like what Wendy was just talking about, where we combine the different modalities and we combine and make sure that there's a team that's helping us through things. You know, the more people that we have out there as resources, it's so very important that we're encouraging people to go into those fields. And those fields are kind of tough to be in right now. So we need to make sure that they're supported as well. So we're really excited to be able to support a couple students every year going into that field. And also we have the NAMI Walk, which is coming up on October 9th. Our team, Alex Antics, the whole Clearly Balanced team is part of that. And if you would like to join our team, we would be happy to have you. You just go to the NAMI Walk's website. It's a walk your way, so it means that you're gonna, you can either join us for our little mini walk that we're doing in Loudon. And if you want more information on that, you're welcome to reach out. You can just message the Facebook page here and I will give you more info. You can just, so you go to the NAMI Walks website and you just join our team. So we'd be so happy to have you. If you want to have your own team or you already have your own team, tell me about it. I want to know, and I want to shout out to you for doing that. NAMI has been so hugely helpful for our family that we really like to support them. And our particular team, the money that we raise goes to the Survivors of Suicide group, because we've seen firsthand the beautiful work that they do. So that if you would like to be a part of that, please join us. And also, you know, there's a lot of great information out there. And the biggest thing, you guys, and the thing that we try to do when we make stickers and we send them in your orders, when we're putting pink donut stickers out and making a display and things, the whole point of all of that is to just get people to talk about what's going on with them and to know that it's okay not to be okay. And so we know which of our friends and family and people that we love that we need to reach out to more often, that might need some help, finding help. You know, maybe after hearing Wendy talk today, you know someone that is a perfect candidate to give Wendy a call and ask for that kind of help. You know, that's the whole point. Reach out, talk to the people around you, give them a sticker like, hey, there's this thing I want to tell you about. How do you feel on your day-to-day life? You know, so all of those moments, especially the Pink Donut Day, Pink Donuts for Alec Day in February, every one of those things is an opportunity, if you have a young person in your life especially, to be like, hey, here's this sticker. You want to know about the whole thing? Let's talk about that. And while we're talking about that, how are you doing? You know, do you ever feel these feelings? Do you ever feel like you don't have anywhere to turn? Because I want you to know that you can turn to me, you know? So that's a big thing. So it is Suicide Prevention Day, and maybe you can, in honor of that, find a way to create a conversation. So with that, I'm going to leave you now, and I'm going to take a walk on these beautiful grounds. So Misty Meadows, it's in Lee. It is incredible here, and as you see, the proprietor and her staff, they're all incredible. So really come down and visit. It's so worth it. And maybe take a walk in the woods and go walk the labyrinth that's out there. It's so cool. So thanks for tuning in, you guys. I love all y'all. I really do. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.